Hey everybody, Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, repping the Bengals for the AFC Northerners. So I can see with the way my work weeks keep going that this is going to be a recurring theme where I'm doing a late night posting on the previews. Otherwise, I'm not going to get a preview up. So that's just going to be the way it's going to be. You're going to get me on a 17 or 18 hour day at the end of the day, kind of a little drowsy. So it is what it is. So let's just jump right in. Last week was a very, we looked really good, but it was heartbreaking because you look at the fact that we didn't convert a 4th and 1 in the red zone. We missed a field goal. We committed a turnover, and we had a bad ref call at the end. Any one or two of those things is different, and we probably win the game. They played that well. So you feel like you missed an opportunity, but I really am still very proud with the way they played. If you haven't had a chance, I want you to watch the Zach Taylor press conference from 9/11, which is yesterday, from the day I'm shooting this video, because it really, really is so refreshing to see. He's talking about adjustments during the game. He's talking about entering the game with multiple game plans and seeing how the game progresses and adjusting, not just at halftime, but adjusting on the fly. He had a question about Tyler Eifert's playing time, and he said, well, they kind of adjust their personnel depending on how the game's going too. So it's so refreshing to see this when I remember Marvin at press conferences defending the fact that they didn't make adjustments, saying, listen, we spent all week on this game plan and you're not going to abandon it right away. So seeing this new outlook on this team is just so refreshing, and you can see what coaching does. I mean, the offensive line, the game plan really kept a lot. Andy Dalton got the ball out of his hand quickly. I said we're going to need to get the ball out quickly, and they did that. Look at the defense. Essentially, this is the same roster. I mean, add B.W. Webb, add Jermaine Pratt. But other than that, this is the same group of guys that were 30th in the league last year in all those categories. Some of them, they were last place. So coaching makes a difference, and we're seeing that. And I just can't tell you enough about how happy I am when I hear Zach talk, because he just looks so comfortable, like he's been doing it all along. And I'm just so happy that I think we really just got a great hire there, and I'm real happy with what we see. Another thing he said in his press conference was he owned the delay of game on the 3rd and 2. So I always heard Marvin kind of explaining stuff away. Oh, well, you don't understand. And he just said, listen, I got to get better at that. That's my fault. I was a breakdown in the way I was communicating with Andy. It's on me. So I really it's refreshing to see that. The O-line did its job. I mean, it wasn't stellar, but the O-line was much better than we thought. I was hoping we were going to get Cordy Glenn back this week. He has not practiced. That's very troubling. He's been in concussion protocol for almost a month now. I think it's 28 or 27 days or something. But he's been stuck kind of at the end of concussion protocol for a long time. And I know we don't want to bring him back too early and have him have a setback, because a concussion is something the next time, if he gets concussed again, it's going to be, months. So I know we don't want to rush him back, but it is concerning that, just something that seemed minor in the preseason or just going into concussion protocol, and you figured he'd be playing by now. It's troubling that he's not back. He didn't practice today. I seriously doubt Cordy Glenn plays this weekend. I was really hoping we would have him back. Mixon also did not practice today, but that doesn't concern me. Everything I'm hearing is it's day to day. He's should be ready for the game, and I'm sure they don't want to have any type of setback in practice. So it's not as concerning that Mixon didn't practice. Also, Williams, the A&M kid, who was out in the last week, did practice today. So if we're going to have 3 running backs at our disposal is basically what I'm trying to say. So, and the last thing I want to talk about is I'm really, really hoping, and Zach said this in his presser, I'm really, really hoping that the Bengal fans come out in force and they're loud. One of the things he talked about was how difficult the stadium was when he was a on the staff of the Dolphins in 2012. He thought this was just an incredibly difficult place to play. And hoping with the team, you're seeing the players, they're buying into this, the energy. I'm hoping that the stadium it gets back to that. We have a good turnout, and they saw last week, that we have a team that's worth supporting. So I'm hoping that we're loud and we make things difficult. Now with the Niners, this is not a pushover team. You've got this is another young coaching staff. Some Sean McVay influence in some of the staff there with Shanahan and everything. So this is not going to be a pushover game. These guys went into Tampa, won last week. Tampa beat Carolina tonight. So this is not, and from what I've read, Bosa is playing. So we're gonna have to play a good game. But this is a game that we should win. This is a game that we need to win. I think, as Bengal fans, when we saw the way they played in Seattle, when you look at the schedule now, you said, hey, we could win San Francisco, we can win Buffalo on the road. I mean, we can be 2-1 going into the Monday Nighter against Pittsburgh. I really, truly believe that. So, yeah, it would have been better to be 3-0 and have grabbed the win at Seattle, but let's focus on the next two games in front of us. I really think we have a chance to do that, especially when I look at this coaching staff now and they're saying all the right things, the players are saying all the right things. I really think we can put a game plan together where we win the game on Sunday against the Niners. But this is another young team that's not going to be a pushover. So with that, I'm going to predict that we win 24-16. That's my prediction for the game this week. I want to see the defense. I'm so fired up about how our defense played. Sam Hubbard is really, really taking a huge step, and it's with Dunlap on the other side. I mean, I was really, really impressed with how this defense played and how they got after Russell Wilson. If we do that to Garoppolo, who is not the playmaker that Russell Wilson is, I mean, we should win this game. I really truly believe that. But the San Francisco defense is stout. They do have Richard Sherman back there, and I'm really curious to see what kind of offensive wrinkles we have for them. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I loved Tyler Boyd's comment about he said, once we get A.J. Green back, they're not going to be talking about the Browns anymore. I really thought that was a great comment. I think he made that earlier in the week. So with that, listen, I'm dragging. I've got to get to bed. I will put up a recap video right after the game, and I'm going to say New Day and Who Day to everybody. I truly believe, I'm looking at the karma of this team, and I really, really am excited that truly is a new day. So listen, have a great rest of your week, and I'll catch you guys after the game on Sunday. Take care.